welcome to July 24th, 2017 weekly General Love Tarot reading. I've already shuffled the cards and cut them. I've been guided to use the Angel Tarot cards by Doreen Virtue and Radley Valentine. I will also be using them in my monthly readings, well, most of them anyways, because I'm just being guided by the angels to do so. August is going to be an intense month for some, for quite many actually. But it is a phase, a universal phase that we need to go through in order to enlighten. Okay, so the first card is the release card. Okay, so this is basically kind of where some of you are at. It's like you're at an end of a road or end of a phase. Something that has ended was meant to end. That doesn't mean that it won't come back together, but the way it was meant to end. I also feel like some of you are in a situation to where you need to move on. And so this is a card calling for release, calling to move on from this situation, okay? It's your own personal transformation. The card that covers it is the Four of Earth. And this card represents, this is kind of what's hidden, what you may or may not be conscious of. And this is about money. It's about, it could be an earth sign. It could be Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. Thank you. I just kind of drew a blank there. Everything's kind of going really fast. So I'm going to ask Spirit to just kind of slow down with me. So this is kind of being cautious, careful with your money. It's also a card about investments, to really take caution in where you're investing your money, who you're loaning your money to, okay? It's also, I feel, a review of, for many of you, maybe where you work, maybe you want to get paid more, or maybe there's this promotion that you've been waiting for. And right now I feel like it's going to come through, but right now I feel at this moment it's on hold. Now I do feel like during this time, this week here, that you will make good business decisions. Focus on making good business decisions, okay? Also too, some of you may be doing some charity work. If you're not, this would be a really good way to release and really, feel the love and the light. What's beneath you here is the Knight of Water. Okay, so this is, I feel like this is a young water sign, could reflect a young water sign, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. This could be meeting one of the water signs, but this is falling in love card. So this message here is about weddings this week, or proposals. Okay, now when I look at this here, this card release, I'm feeling for some of you, there might be a delay. Maybe you didn't, or this could have actually happened, okay, because I'm feeling it's happened for some of you, and some of you it hasn't happened yet. It's not going to happen to all of you, but I do feel like for some of you, you might experience a delay. Maybe you're getting married this week. Maybe you miss your flight. Maybe you've decided to marry, on an island or in another state. You might miss your flight. Your flight might get delayed. So the wedding is delayed a day or two. Hopefully not, okay? But this can happen. I also feel like some of you may get a surprise engagement proposal. But I also feel when I come to this release card, some of you may have experienced also a broken relationship or a broken engagement. For you singles and for you who are in a committed relationship, this card also represents getting out there socially, attending some social events. Don't be shy. Don't give up, kind of look at it this way. You're in an experience, a cycle of experiments, of experiencing dating, for example, or experiencing meeting new people. Don't get locked up like, just because you met one or two and it didn't work out, that doesn't mean, love is not for you. Don't get locked up in that way of thinking. Just be open and keep moving forward. The Four of Fire of what is pretty much behind you or leaving you right now is some of you may be preparing to move, okay? Or maybe you have moved. I feel like some of you this week may be making major decisions on purchasing a home of some sort. And I feel also, too, that this is a week, especially in the beginning of the week, Monday through Wednesday, I feel projects will start to come to a closure. Like you will be completing projects, completing important tasks that you've been kind of either putting off or has been pending. It just hasn't been going through. I also am getting some of you may be applying for loans, and maybe you've been rejected, and finally, ta-da, you find a company and things get moving. All right. And then here we have awakening. Okay, the awakening is starting to look at things from a different perspective, like changing your perception to how you want to see things. You're not faking yourself out, okay? If someone can't vibe to your perception, they're not going to stay, whether it's negative or positive. Same thing goes for your workplace, your family. You may, of course, still be connected to your family, but there might be space and arguments or just not understanding one another when perceptions are different. Okay, so you want to try to change your perception, because things right now for some of you is at a standstill. Okay, and I feel like some of you might even be disconnected. Things may have happened to where you feel disconnected to yourself. And so what you want to do is try your best to connect back to yourself. You don't want to lose yourself. You lose yourself, then there's so much other energies you have to deal with. Okay, and we can lose ourselves by being depressed, by not caring about ourselves, by feeling like the world's just ended, etc. All right. The Ace of Fire, great card. Okay. You got a couple fire cards here, so this is really good. This is about a new opportunity this week. A new opportunity is coming in. I feel like it has to do with your career or your profession or work. I do feel like you'll have an opportunity. Some of you who have been trying to get new jobs, you might be called in for interviews. Some of you have been on interviews. You might get the phone call or an email saying you've been hired. Okay. This also, to me, represents things that pertain. Also, I'm getting relationships, like some relationships that maybe you've met over the weeks, or you've been talking to someone on the phone or through chat, and it hasn't kicked off. Well, here's the opportunity for it to kick off. Okay. So let me just go ahead and lay the other four cards here, and then I'm going to pull some love cards momentarily. Now, I know the energies have been tough here and there. Lots of lessons coming in, a lot of clearings. You might actually feel a bit emotional. But I will say that for some of you, your psychic abilities will be really tuned in. So that might actually make you emotional too, because you may be looking at someone or many, and your intuition kicks in and you know what the truth is. And so you might get a bit disappointed about it. I also feel like secrets, hidden things, you're able to discover them this week. I do feel that there are gifts of money. So some of you might be actually having birthdays or weddings. But I do feel like this is a time with the Six of Earth where you could receive money. Career opportunities. Again, this complements the Ace of Fire. Also, too, complements the Four of Fire. You could be receiving, again, money like loans or a mortgage. Maybe you win a vacation. You know, you never know. Maybe you win the lotto. Wouldn't that be great? Okay. And here we are in just kind of focusing on you. The angels are saying that Just what I said. Focus on yourself. Communicate with others with vision. Have passion and compassion. Okay. I also feel like some of you may actually be reaching out to others for advice. And I feel like this week is a good week to do that. Actually, any week is good for that. But I just feel like there is something important happening for some of you that you want to seek advice about. And I feel like the advice that you get will be good. Okay? Now, the Queen of Fires, which is the final outcome here, is just saying, okay, just don't underestimate yourself. Go all the way. Go all the way. All right? You've got this. Mercury doesn't go to retrograde, or we don't feel the shadow intense until a little bit after the middle of the first week of August. So here's the time to just kind of move forward, you know, go at your own pace. You've got fire. You've got the fire element here, which is definitely action. So take action here and assert yourself, okay? Assert your creativity. I feel like you need to assert it to others too, especially if you're going for a job. All right, so let's look at love here. Well, we've got someone who's perhaps what I was looking at earlier about releasing someone. I feel that the reason the release happened was the person wasn't either being faithful or was very flirtatious, and it was something that you couldn't accept. I also am getting the fact that this person may have been a strain on you financially. And so there had to be this break or ending in order to move forward and find the peace and the comfort, which I'm feeling right here. Okay? But it's not happening until you heal. You have to want to heal. Moving forward is not healing. It's really coming to an acceptance of how things were or where they're at today, and really just, letting it flow in the core issue of what caused all this, which caused all this frivolous energy that you decided to, or they decided to end the relationship or get space from you. Okay. Now, it also could have happened weeks ago or months ago, but this is the week that you work on this. All right. So, some of you are very doubtful whether or not you're going to find somebody. Remember, don't focus that way, because you're just going to cause more delays in actually finding someone. I'm feeling like someone meets up with someone this week. This could happen to actually several of you. Maybe you just left this person, or this person left you, and so the two of you are disconnected. But I feel like there's an opportunity where love or just closure needs to be expressed. Yep, see, that's got to do with that past love here. There's the reconciliation card. Now, this relationship is worth waiting for, or they're you're worth for them to wait for. But I feel like what also stands between the two of you is trust issues. Okay? Really, communication, honest communication, and trust issues. That's what I feel stands between the two of you. Let me look at the theme of this. Yep, there's the heart-to-heart conversation card. You really need to discuss what you are feeling for each other. Truthfully, not a feeling of you're holding me back, you're holding me down, but really a very creative, expressive communication regarding love and freedom. What else, Spirit? And growing together. Really caring for each other and want to see the best. Want to see the beauty come out in both of you. Okay, so I want to see what the theme card is. Well, we've got the Nine of Water. That's a really good card. This is about concerns, worries, stress, heartbreaks. I do feel that this is about you coming together with you, like connecting back to you, not worrying about who you're going to connect to, but connecting back to you. But I feel like those concerns and worries and stress that fade away once you make this connection back to you. Nines are also completion. This is water, so it does represent a water sign. Perhaps deep in your heart, you're hoping that you will reconcile with someone that you've loved very much, the past life relationship and the reconciliation. I also feel like working on connecting to you on what it is that you really feel a passion for regarding employment or business. Because what I'm getting here from Spirit is reconnecting back to you and going forward on what you really want to create, what you want to succeed in. Okay? All right, super. All right, I'm being guided to choose some cards for the universe. Two of Fire. Yep, see, that complements the Nine of Water. This card is coming into your own. It's establishing new partnerships. It's signing contracts or discussing contracts. And it's the power to continue to move forward. What else, universe? Three of Fires, abundant card. These are things after you come back into your own, guys. This is the card, the abundance card that says, yes, this is what you're doing. This is what is good for you. And remember to always have patience. Things just don't develop overnight. Well, things do, but you've been working on it. Okay. Sometimes there is that lucky go happy person that boom, they just finally, things just come into place immediately and they haven't tried. But in general, most of us have to work on it. This is also about making long-term plans. Okay, Spirit, what about love? Be careful of the deception. Okay, here's the Trust card. Now, I'm not saying that everybody has to be worried about somebody lying to them. But what I'm feeling is that this might involve either a married couple and the relationship hasn't been all that honest, or someone's in a committed relationship, such as a marriage, but is not telling you the truth entirely about where they want to go with you. That's what Spirit has given me. And that's what my intuition and guides. This is the message. Okay? I wish you a fabulous week with much love and blessings. If you'd like a personal reading, www.transformationandempowerment.com. Thank you. Take care.